So, the talking stage. What exactly is a talking stage? We need to talk about it. It's high time we talked about
It's
it.
that time.
We're going to be talking about it in this episode.
Hi guys, my name is Michael
And my name is Faith.
and we are the
The
Stalwart
Stalwart
Lovers.
Lovers. Whoosh.
Hey, welcome to our channel. If this is your first time watching our videos, you're in the best place that you can be on YouTube. I guarantee you. So welcome, sit back, relax. You're going to enjoy it. And if you are a returning viewer, you know that we love you already. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the talking stage.
Yep.
Yeah, what's the fuss about this talking stage? And if there is anything we have as an advice for young people about talking stage, what would it be? So sit back, relax. It's going to be a wonderful ride.
It's going to be a great one. So, what exactly is the talking stage according to what we have today? Like, have you ever heard of talking stage? Did you ever know what it was about or anything like that?
On the contrary, honestly, I grew up in the church all my life. I never heard about talking stage. I think it's a Gen Z thing.
Yeah, I
I
think it
think it's a
became
Gen Z
popular
thing.
recently.
Yes, in fact, until I came to Canada, it was not a big
Although I had
term.
known about talking stage even
In some
before
way, I have
Canada.
heard the saying, but it was in Canada I started hearing a lot about, oh, talking stage this, talking stage that, and then rules for talking stage. It now became a kind of relationship advice.
It now became like this relationship season.
Before
It's like,
relationship,
okay, before we didn't really have dating. It was like, okay, we get married, we are about to get married, and your parents just join you and say, oh, you're getting married, you're espoused, and then you get married. Then later there was this layer of, okay, we are fiance and fiance, we are courting, and then we get married. Now there's dating, engaged, and married.
that
Now
one
there's
is
even talking
the
stage,
dating
dating,
engage,
engaged, married.
the
I'm talking.
dating engage marriage. That one is not
I'm even
correct.
talking based on what everybody like.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
All right. So, I've never heard about talking stage growing up. And so it got me a little curious. In our days, and permit me to say in our days, we're almost 5 years married. Hello. So in our
Wow.
days, when we were starting a relationship, that's almost 9 years ago, it was not any, it wasn't a thing then, talking
Yeah,
stage.
talking stage
Um,
was just friendship.
it was just friendship. It was just friendship. Anyway, in talking about this talking stage, and you hear a lot of talking today because we are talking about talking stage. Amen.
Whoosh whoosh.
I'll start by saying what is talking stage not, or what
What?
is not talking stage.
Yeah.
We want to give you two major things that talking stage is not. If we would even permit the terminology in the first
Yeah, in the
place.
first place. Yeah.
So let's even say, okay, we agree that there is that stage called talking stage. But before we define it, what is talking stage not?
Mm-hmm.
Number one, talking stage is not a commitment. It's not a commitment stage. So even if you find yourself in a talking stage with someone, you are not committed to that person.
Yep.
You are not bound to that person. It is not compulsory that you date that person.
Mm-hmm.
I know it goes without saying. Most of you would even say you agree, but you are not committed. It is not something that you will now pick a fight with the person because they didn't, send you a gift on your birthday.
Yeah,
They
or things
didn't
like
take
that.
you out on one fancy restaurant, or he didn't open the door for you. You guys are not in a relationship.
Yeah.
You are not in a commitment yet. So the talking stage is not commitment in any way. Just wanted to put that out there. We will spend more time to talk about what it really is. So
Yeah.
what's number two?
Yeah. So number two is that a talking stage is not a romantic relationship.
Hmm.
Yes, I know it's supposed to be a no-brainer that it's not yet a relationship, is you're not yet dating and things like that, or you're not yet in a courtship and things like that. But it's still important to say it because these days people actually treat talking stages like they're romantic relationships.
Yes.
Yes, I know that you could tend to have long calls because you are getting to know this person, you are talking and stuff, but then you're now having endearing words flowing back and forth between both of you. It's even wrong, but some people even start to kiss, start to touch each other inordinately in a talking stage. Even in a normal dating slash courtship relationship, it's wrong to start with. But then this one's even taking a step further by actually putting those things in the talking stage. Talking stage is not a romantic relationship. It's not for the I love yous. It's not for the my sweet baby. Oh, I wish you would just say yes to me. You have not asked though. But oh, you're thinking in your mind, oh, I wish you could just say, I wish you could just say, I love you. Oh, our children will look so beautiful.
Like
Or
talking
if
stage.
you choose to marry me, oh, there's some funny things that people say. The people just throw words out there. So a talking stage is absolutely not a romantic relationship.
It is not. It is not a time for you to now start trying all your romantic ideas. If I could pick a day to run
Yeah.
away, I'd surely pick a Sunday because the angels would be totally there.
Uh,
Some words from Star Plus, and you're like, roses are red, the sky is blue, but you're very true. As much as possible, you want to be good friends, but it's not a romantic
yeah,
relationship.
you're not
So
going on dates. You're not
yes,
fueling emotional connections and love.
you're not going on private picnics.
You know,
All those things that
acting like
make
you're a boyfriend and girlfriend, or
it
acting
is
like you're
not.
fiance and
I think
fiancé
this is the
already.
biggest NOT not for
Yeah,
talking stage.
yeah,
And
yep,
the
yep.
discipline to hold yourself back is important. And you see, disclaimer, we don't judge those of you who have found yourself in these things. You see, a lot of people have the wrong mindset about this. That's why we're having this series. A lot of people have had traumas in their life. A lot of people have been brought up wrongly. Engineering from the way they were born, the environment they grew up in,
Mm-hmm.
or even the world, right? So we're talking to believers, to Christians. So the world view about meeting people and how or you conduct yourself with people is different. So many people don't know these things, and so even if in time past you found yourself doing some of the things we said you shouldn't do in talking stage, we're not judging you. We're
Yeah,
teaching you how to be better or what not to do next time. All right. So we understand people are coming from different backgrounds, but hey, let's come up higher.
yep.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, babe, what is talking stage if we want to even give it a definition?
Yeah, we actually came up with this definition, and I'll just read it from my notes because it's long. I can't cram it. Talking stage is a natural, organic, and subtle period in a friendship where consideration for a romantic relationship is obvious, mostly mutual, but not yet vocalized.
Hmm.
So for if you notice this definition, there are some very important things. It's natural. So it just flows. You're not
Flows.
forcing anything.
It's
You're not,
organic.
yeah, it's organic. So it happens over time. It happens on its own. It's not like you are trying to force anything. You are doing it out of desperation. It's organic and it's subtle. So it's not something that we have both agreed that, oh, we are in a talking
Oh,
stage.
would you like to start talking stage with me? Say yes.
Yes.
We are in talking stage.
Stage.
It's not one kind of mutual agreement. It is
Yeah, it
subtle.
is
It's something that
subtle.
flows naturally, and it's that period in
In a
friendship.
friendship. Yeah.
It's that period in friendship
Yeah.
where you're beginning to consider someone for possible romantic relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And most times they are considering you
As
as
well. So it's
well,
mostly mutual.
mostly mutual,
Yes.
but not yet vocalized.
Vocalized. Yeah.
Because when you begin to vocalize your consideration for someone, vocalize your emotions, your feelings for someone,
And you have not asked them explicitly.
you are creating
A problem.
you're creating problem. I think the first thing people need to learn is to learn not to talk quickly, all right? Be slow to speak, keep your emotions in check. You
Mm-hmm.
just like a lady before you know it, you're already saying, "Oh, I like you."
I
That's not
think
the
I think
way.
it's guys that need
Yes, that's not the way. You're already saying, "I like you." As a Christian, you want to get into a relationship that will last. That's not the way.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the way. All right, so you have to take things slow. Let things flow in their natural order of things. Let it be organic. You meet someone for the first time, fine, good, they are a human.
Mm-hmm.
You move on. You
Yeah.
get their contact, observe and just watch. Don't always be looking. Every new person you meet is a potential wife. Every new person you meet is a potential wife. Don't live your life like that.
Mm-hmm.
It has
Have
to
it
be
be
organic.
settled. Be
Yes.
settled in your
I
mind.
think every mature believer needs to learn that patience is required in finding out the will of God for your marriage, for
Mm-hmm.
your life partner. Patience, that
Mm-hmm.
stillness, that's being at rest, not rushing out and seeking to get things done with
Get
your
the
own
next
wisdom.
person that would seem like a wife or
Yes,
something.
I think it's very important. And so that's why the definition we came up with is natural, it's organic, it is
Subtle.
subtle. It is subtle. You just realize that I like this girl. I think she likes me too, but we're just being friends. It's not one kind of, and you are careful in your conversations. You are not
Yeah. I'm
talking
not trying
like,
to lead her
you're
on.
not leading her on, because what if she is not the person for you? What if you realize that, okay,
This
this
wouldn't
can't
work.
work? You can't get yourself entangled emotionally with someone and then you realize you can't. You just
And then
be
you wonder why she says, "Oh, this guy broke my heart."
yeah,
You're like, I never asked that out. Oh, but you were
but
leading
you're
her
acting
on.
about it and acting like it. And you just become depleted. I have so much to say about this. You see, your emotions are very, very volatile. And when you don't keep yourself emotionally full and whole, you've let your emotions go to too many people because of talking stage, talking stage, talking stage, talking stage. And in those talking stage, you've fallen in love. You started sending emojis, started saying all sort of naughty things. You lose guard. When things don't work out, you will have to take a long time to recover. And these things are adding to your disappointment about men, your disappointment about your ability to make the right choice. It will be lowering your self-confidence in making the right choice eventually.
Yeah, and I feel like for ladies and even for guys, don't get too excited so quickly. I know that as a lady, I can relate to this. Building castles in your mind before the person even asks you out. Yes, you are talking to somebody, you are friends with the person. It seems like there's that click, there's that vibe, there's that chemistry. Just keep things calm.
Yeah, just calm down.
Relax, calm down. Try not to jump the gun. Try not to be too excited ahead of time. Instead, convert that excitement to praying and making sure that you are in alignment
Hmm.
with God's will for your life. So it's even beautiful in such a way that if you are actually aligned and you know in your heart that this person is for you and you're just calmly talking to them, giving them their space, giving them their time. When the person finally asks, it won't be hard for you to say yes or something. You won't be confused. It won't take you out of the blues.
Yes.
But because there's this, oh my God, what are we? What are we? We need to figure out what we are. We need to figure out what we are. If not, it feels like, oh my God, I need to move on. I need to run. Yeah, there's no patience. There has to be this patience and stillness where, okay, we are friends. Okay, if this person was your friend, like your real friend, couldn't you be friends for 5 years and you will not fight, you will not break up that friendship?
Yeah.
So why can't you just relax? There has to be a level of relaxation and calmness and stillness that goes into a friendship that looks like it's headed somewhere.
Yes.
So that you can be clear headed, like I only hear God clearly, you know.
Absolutely. Also, don't let your heart leap faster than your spirit. You see, if you're a believer and you want to get married and you want to have a godly marriage, it means that the process of choosing will be sacred to you.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be rushing. Every time you want to know if you're in the will of God, and I'm not saying you must hear a voice from heaven into your ears saying, that is your wife. We've told you that God will not choose for you, but He would like to choose with you. It means you find someone that seems like it,
Yeah.
ticks most of the boxes, you're still figuring things out, then you begin to pray. And because you're praying, you calm down, like my wife said, you calm down. Don't let your heart, leap
Too
faster
fast.
than your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that your spirit is ahead. And even if you realize that, okay, your heart is misbehaving, you condition it.
Yeah.
You
Cool down
condition
on
it.
the
You cool it down
emotions.
deliberately.
Yeah.
So that's not when you start talking too much, hanging out too much. You calm it down so that your emotions do not speak to you, and you think that God is speaking to you.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah, and don't be inordinate towards a friend. I feel like people are so people, and the reason why we are talking like this is because we've heard things.
We've
We've
heard
heard
things.
things.
We
We've
counsel
heard
young people a
stories,
lot.
several stories. So, and this thing tends to happen where you're talking as a friend, and then you start to become inordinate towards the person. Kisses start to happen, touches start to happen,
Making out.
even making out, even
Even
sex
sex.
starts to happen, and nothing is defined.
Yes.
I feel like it's bad enough that things like that could happen in a courtship,
Defined
in
to
a
relationship.
defined relationship. Talk less of an undefined relationship. That's like really low,
That's
right?
a low bar.
And that's because emotions are going forward. So you're
Yes.
just
They are running.
just running ahead instead of allowing things to be calm and even choosing to do things the right way. And that's why we are here, guys. That is exactly why we are
And so I
here.
want to take a pause and say, put it in the comments. All right. What do you think is talking stage to you? And what are you realizing? Are you having a different opinion?
Yeah, do you have a different opinion of
And
what the talking stage
and
is?
don't forget, we're going to the next episode is going to be reacting to your comments, answering your questions. So pour them out, send them all into the YouTube comments if it's on YouTube, or a
Or the
comment on the
podcast?
podcast. We're going to check them all out and react to it. So this is more like a mentorship and a teaching. Ask your questions about talking stage, and you get our answers in the next
Yeah,
episode.
because we will definitely not finish
Or
everything on talking stage
all right,
today.
let's just talk about two more topics and we'll move on.
Yep. All right. So, how long should a talking stage be?
You know the funny thing, I heard someone say, as a rule, if talking stage is longer than 3 months, cut it off.
So, I've heard someone even say 2 weeks.
2 weeks,
Yeah, like 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks.
like
If nothing is happening, if you can ask a lady out in 2 to 3 weeks, and if you can't know for sure that she's the one, and you just want to define things with her and say, "Oh, now you're my girlfriend,"
like okay, I meet you,
then you're not a
decide whether
serious
you want to
person.
go into a relationship with me or not in 2 weeks. I think that there shouldn't be a time limit
Yeah, that's our
to
opinion.
talking stage. That's our opinion. There shouldn't be a time limit to talking stage. At the same time, it's not something that should go on forever. Don't forget, talking stage is subtle and is organic.
Yeah,
Sometimes you don't even realize
I
that
have.
you are growing emotional towards this person.
Oh
So
yes.
it's not like you checked the first time I started liking this guy. It's
Like there's some
because,
sort of like meter.
yeah, it's because people see talking stage as I meet someone new. As long as I'm talking to somebody a little bit regularly, it's
Regularly.
talking stage. That is absurd. I'm sorry, that's just it's unheard of. I've met many friends that the day we met like this, we were talking a lot. But I knew genuinely that this God has brought this person into my life as a friend, and I knew there was nothing more there. Just imagine the person just thinks, "Oh, we are in talking stage,"
And
and
that's why, as I said earlier, the guys, you need to be careful. Don't lead anybody on unintentionally
yes,
because of how smooth and flirty you
oh
can
yes,
be, right?
just be a normal friend. You see, one important thing about calming down and being a normal friend and just normalize being friends with people for long is that number one, the length of the friendship reveals their true nature. If
Yes.
it is, oh, we're in talking stage, they also will package for you
Mm-hmm.
in that period. Number one. Number two, you'll be able to know them well and genuinely fall in love with them if
With
it
their
is meant for
person.
love.
Yeah.
And if it's not, if it's just for a platonic relationship, you will know. There's some friends you have in your life, you know that we can never marry. It's not because I don't like you. There's a genuineness that we have, but I also know somewhere in there that it is not for marriage. I just
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying, oh, brother zone or friend zone your people, your friends, but just be normal friends because you will still pick a partner among your friends.
Yeah.
That ideology of waiting for that strange person
Mm-hmm.
to be the person you eventually marry, well, it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't work for everybody.
Yeah. And I think that it's it's better to have, in my opinion, I think it's better to have a long talking stage
Mm,
where you calm down and you are able to decide and
mm,
know, you check all the boxes, you check with your spirit, with God, that okay, is this the right relationship for me? You check out the person's character, you check the person very well, you take your time. You're not rushing the process, you're not rushing to date, rushing to marry, rushing to do everything, right? I think it's better to have a longer talking stage and you are sure, and then you can go on and marry this person and be sure that you're marrying the right person, than to have this very short, very quick talking stage where you're just rushing things because you feel like time is going. I just want to get this over with. I just want to define it and get to the next stage and to the next stage, right? So, yes, there's that aspect of a talking stage can be short, especially if you have that discernment earlier on,
Yeah, and you're
and you're
mature.
yes, and you're mature, you're able to see and you're able to ask God and you're able to get that clarity. But sometimes God might even want you to wait. It might not even be the time, but the person has come into your life and they are there. How would you handle the situation? Would you just spoil it by
Hmm.
overcomplicating things, or just keeping things simple and instead doing more work in the background, praying about it? So I feel like there's really no time stamp
Yes,
on it. Of course, it shouldn't go on end, but it can be 6 months, it can be more. Like,
absolutely.
don't put that time. And I've noticed ladies putting the time more because it feels like, oh, this guy is giving me all these signals, all these signals. Okay, when are you asking
Are
me
you
out?
doing or you're not doing?
Yes, a guy should not give it too much signals.
Yes, they shouldn't.
Yes, keep things simple on the guy's end. But even on the lady's end, even though it feels like, okay, this guy, two of us are vibing, it's great and all that, as long as the person has not asked you out, keep things calm.
Yes.
And if, yes, even if it feels like this person should ask me, and maybe they don't even like me like that, maybe that's why they're not asking me out. Whether that's the case or not, that's not your business,
Hmm.
madam. Your business is to just be calm about it and to live your life. Okay, if it was your friend, wouldn't you just live your life with your friend for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? Then if there's a talking stage in there, then let it just flow and end and transition into the relationship organically.
Yeah, I think what you said is very, very important. Talking
Mm-hmm.
about how, if you are mature enough, you can discern on time and you probably not spend time so long finding out if someone is the right person. And so
Mm,
while you're young and single, build your spirit. All
mm,
right, grow up spiritually so that you'll be able to discern on time.
yeah. So I feel like the long and short of this particular point of how long it should be is, there's no timeline,
There
but
isn't,
wait as long as you need to be
to be sure.
convinced and to be sure that you're entering into the right relationship.
Because as Christians, and we're going to talk about this more in this series, as Christians, we don't go into a relationship to see if the person we're going into a relationship with is someone we can marry. We go into a relationship with someone that we plan to marry,
Mm-hmm.
all things being
Being
equal.
equal, yeah.
Not that let's
We
start
just
a
want to
relationship,
see.
let's see how it goes, we'll now decide if we'll get married or not. No, you
Mm-hmm.
decide if I want to marry this person. Then you go into a relationship with them, and all things being equal, you should marry them. And all
Yeah.
things being equal can be defined as many things that can cause a relationship to break.
Yeah, because you really don't want to go through so many relationships all the time. Like, just imagine dating so many people when you can calm down and date the right person and go
Yes.
in and get married,
All
right?
right.
Yeah, so the last thing that we'll be talking about for today, mind you guys, we said it already that this is not exhaustive. So if you have further questions, further clarity, what further things that you have questions on about the talking stage, please feel free to send them to us, whether drop them in the comments. You can send us Instagram DM at the Stalwart underscore the underscore Stalwart underscore lovers. Um and would definitely get to your questions and make further videos on
And
this.
send them in on time so that they will be part
Yes,
of
part
the
of the next
next episode
episode.
in a week time. So,
Yeah.
last question, babe.
Yeah, last question.
Should talking stage be exclusive?
Well, so
Exclusive means that if I'm in talking stage with someone, then I shouldn't be in talking stage with someone else. And they shouldn't be in talking stage with someone
someone
else.
else,
Yeah.
yeah. So in my opinion, right? Because and this opinion is formed from our experience, the experiences of others, and the
Our
mistakes of others
observations
as
of
well.
people's errors.
Exactly. A talking stage should not be exclusive
Yes.
because remember we said it's subtle. It's not, it's supposed to be a friendship with some subtle emotional connections
That you are
and some
figuring out.
exactly, and some praying in the back end, right? So it's not supposed to be something that, oh, because I'm talking to somebody, I cannot then make friends with another person and talk to the person. You're not committed.
Yes.
There is no commitment. That's the, I feel like things need to be defined. People don't know how to define things.
Mm-hmm.
In dating, you start to kiss, start to have sex,
And you shouldn't.
start to share bodies, start to do chores, cooking and stuff like that.
Oh, did you see that
Washing
girl
clothes
that
for your
went to her
boyfriend.
boyfriend's house for like the
For
weekend?
a weekend, wash toilet, wash kitchen, cooked, wash clothes with her hands or hair.
Oh
You
my
know,
god.
because people don't know how to just define things and stand by standards.
Yes.
So if it is a talking stage, it's a friendship.
It's a friendship.
It's a friendship that maybe there's this subtle, natural, emotional connection and flow.
Yes.
So that shouldn't mean that I can't. If I'm talking to somebody, I don't have any right over you. I can't be angry because
You are talking to
you're
somebody
talking to
else.
somebody else.
No.
No, because
Except you have
even me
made
too,
it
my heart
clear.
should be in the right
Yes,
place.
except you've made it clear that you
You
want
want
to go into a
me?
relationship with me,
Yes, and I've
and I
said
have said
yes.
yes. Or you are still in the period where I have not said
When
no.
I've not said no, but you've asked me,
Yes. Apart
right?
from that, why? Why should anyway? I feel like it's important to know it's not exclusive. You are
Yeah.
friends. Normalize friendships.
But where it gets exclusive
Mm-hmm.
is that it could be exclusive in your
To
mind
you.
to you. So as a lady, because you know that you're already praying about this person and God is already showing you some things and stuff like that, you're already cutting off other people in your mind.
Like you're not necessarily allowing them into the same space because you're
Yes.
considering one person.
Yes, exactly. Although, yes, you can talk to them, you can be friends with them, but that emotional connection, you know that you're having with somebody else and God is saying some things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you're still in the middle, right? You're still in the middle because that person has actually not asked you out. So you're not putting the entire connection on him. But there's still that in your mind, you know that I am praying about this person.
Wait, just imagine that someone comes to us and say, "Oh, Stalwart lovers, there's this lady that I like, and I think that there's something there." I'm like, "Oh, okay, what's her name?" And you give me some details, and then a week later you come and say, "Oh, there's this lady, and it's another lady." I'm
I'm
just going to look
I'm
at you like,
considering for marriage.
"Boy, are you okay?"
Just be friends
So
with all of them.
imagine
Just
you're a Christian
relax.
and today you're praying, Lord, Lord, this Shade in my life, Lord. And then tomorrow, you're like, Lord, did you see Sharon? And then 3 days, Lord,
Did you see Bookie?
oh Lord. Even the Lord will look at you like you're not serious. And so, yeah,
Exactly.
I like what you said. Like in your heart, when
You
you begin to
could be
consider
exclusive.
someone for marriage, of course, you don't train your heart to be going after everybody. You train your heart to be on one
Focus.
person. I think
Yeah.
that's very important.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've come to the end of this episode. Don't
Yep.
forget, drop comments so that we can react to them and answer your questions on Talking Stage in the next episode. All right, because after Talking Stage, we're going to be moving to another important topic and we'll let you know in a few. All right, if you enjoy this video, like it. All right,
Like
share
it.
it with everyone that needs to know.
Mm-hmm.
Let it be one great thing you did for a friend. Share this
Yeah.
video with someone, and we'll see you in our next episode.
All right, guys. So to become aware again
Keep loving.
and keep believing,
We are the
the Stalwart
Stalwart
lovers.
Lovers.
Whoosh, 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 whoosh.